Chocolate. That's right. You knew it was coming. It is the most delicious, magical, and sensual of all foods. It is one of the only foods that can create love at first bite. Yet so many people have a hang-up around chocolate. They consider it a guilty pleasure, a sinful treat, but it doesn't have to be that way. You could add chocolate to your health strategy, not feel guilty, or have to go without. You can even eat it for breakfast. I've been seeking the wonderful pleasures of chocolate since that day I got an allowance. As a kid, my second home was down the street at the corner store where you'd find me buying 5-cent candies and chocolate bars. However, if you'd met me in my 20s, the same candy-loving kid became really extreme about food and nutrition. I wouldn't let anything processed or refined pass my lips. Everything I ate had to be handmade, homemade, from scratch. I didn't even eat out at restaurants. I didn't eat anything out of a box. Nothing out of a package. Well, except for one thing. Chocolate. You didn't think I'd actually give that up, do you? I couldn't live without it. I just never admitted it. There I was, a holier-than-thou, food Puritan, where I don't eat white sugar, but I eat candy bars. I mean, they're organic, of course. I love chocolate, and at the time, I didn't know a healthier, whole food version existed. Then in 2005, I had an experience that changed me forever. I was working down in Arizona as a chef at a raw food retreat center. We had guests come from around the world to learn and to heal. And the diet was strict. Imagine if everything you ate had to be raw, organic, vegan, low glycemic, with no dairy, no sugar, and no processed ingredients, including the chocolate. It was tough. I heard some of the other staff would get together and have secret cheese-eating parties. For me, I was more worried about not having delicious chocolate. But all that changed when I discovered the cacao bean, the whole food source of chocolate. And what I realized, that the flavors, the feelings, and the functional benefits that we associate with chocolate actually comes from the cacao bean. And that the sinful and the unhealthy side is a result of how we mass produce and overly process cacao into chocolate. There are 3 things you need to know in order to utilize food as an upgrade to your health. Knowing these, you'll be able to turn your food into your medicine, and this includes your chocolate. Number 1, increase the quality of your ingredients. Number 2, simplify how your food is processed. And number 3, reduce the scale on which it's made. What this means for your chocolate is beginning to move away from the big brands like Hershey's, Nestle, and even Lindt, and starting to savor small batch, handcrafted, artisan craft chocolate, and even making it yourself. For more than 10 years, I've been developing and teaching my own style of chocolate making. And in the beginning, I became really good at making healthy chocolate delicious. So much so, in those early years of the retreat center, I managed to make a little business on the side, selling it to staff and the guests. I'd show up in the afternoon, I was like a dealer. And for a time, I got the nickname Dr. Cacao. It's because I used chocolate as a delivery system for herbal medicines and nutrient density. And you can too. Cacao is a superfood. And when you spend the 30 seconds it takes to make chocolate from scratch, you get to customize it to your own desires. You can make it as light or as dark as you want. You can add in your choice of sweetener, as well as any kind of superfood. It's kind of like being your own Willy Wonka and chocolate alchemist. In learning this skill, you'll be able to create the tastiest, healthiest, most enjoyable chocolate you've ever had and at any time. Whether making it for your friends, family, or colleagues, you'll be everyone's hero after only just one bite. For the love of chocolate, be your own chocolate maker. Go deeper with chocolate.